You that is in Biafra land, I say, if the Janjaweed could treat the Benue people the way they are treating them, do you think they will spare you when they get you? Remember, the Benue people joined them to attack Biafra during the Civil War. They fought side by side with the Benue people. The Fulani Janjaweed fought side by side with the Benue people against the Biafrans. In fact, the Benue people were in the front line of the attack against Biafrans. But today, you see what they are facing in the hand of the same partner. The same people that partnered with them to fight against Biafra. You see what they are facing today? If they can give them woto in that manner, just imagine what they could do to you and I when they get us. You know, our own case is that from the time of amalgamation, they made it very clear that we are not one and we can never be one. Their grandparents told them that we are not one. They say we are infidels. They say that we are not supposed to live. They believe that we are the reason why Nigeria today still remains the way it is. You can imagine what they will do with you and I when they get us. If they can treat the Benue people the way they are treating them, if they can behead people the way they are doing in Benue City, burning children alive, you can imagine what they will do to us when they have access to our land. My fellow Biafrans, the reason I have doubled my effort is because of what is coming. You know, many prophets have spoken. For some of us who don't believe in prophecy, even without a prophet speaking, even without a prophecy, when you watch how things are going, you will understand that there is calamity coming. You don't need a prophet to tell you what is coming. You don't need a prophet. This is the same way Mazen Nandekan was shouting, they are coming, they are coming, they are coming, traveling to all parts of the world, meeting our people to come together and secure our land. And nobody paid attention. Nobody paid attention. They didn't take him serious. We were joking, we were laughing, we were smiling until they came to us unaware. Until they came to us unaware. We woke up and we saw that they have taken over everywhere. And today, before you know it, all our forests are occupied. What we are hearing today is different organizations coming to give us the list of places the Janjaweed have occupied. And when you see that list, you are not moved. You are not human. Every single one of us should begin to prepare ourselves. Whichever region you are, the only advice I will give you today, whichever part of the world you are and you're watching this program, make a phone call to your people. Ask your community to waken up their youths that are still around. Let the youth be awake and protect themselves and defend their land. If there is any support you can give support. Any means, by any means necessary, give a call. Because some people in Nigeria, unfortunately, do not take this issue serious. Some people in Nigeria, hunger and starvation, hustling have made them to overlook the actual problem. And the distraction of the government with their election system have also taken their attention to what is happening. How can somebody know exactly the situation when somebody like Soludo is in Anambra State accusing his own brothers as the ones who are causing mayhem? Unbelievable. With somebody like Soludo as a governor, how can you effectively defend your land? How? This is how bad it is. If you're not worried, I am worried. I am extremely worried. They have used Soludo on different angle to attack us on different angle with different system. Do you know that the attack on the native doctors you see, the main motive is not because of the wickedness of those native doctors. The main motive of that very move is to make sure they put fear on those people they feel they can use their traditional herbs to protect the land. That is their main target. When you see them begin to pursue those ones that are doing Okite, those Okite people are not the main target. Their target are those ones that are fortifying our people. Those ones that are fortifying our people, that is their main target. That is the target of Soludo. That is what the Soludo is pursuing. And he's doing it effectively very well for the Janjaweed. We are in a very terrible situation. And because of this terrible situation, every hand must be on deck. We must not keep silent. Nobody is not going to fight this battle. Nobody is going to fight this battle if you and I do not wake up and fight it. It is our battle, and we are the ones that are supposed to fight this battle and win it. We are the one supposed to fight this battle and win it. If you don't, nobody is going to do it for you. But unfortunately today, some of our brothers and sisters are busy pushing propaganda and blackmail. Some are busy chasing money. Some are busy distracting Biafrans. You go, you see some. They are focused on propaganda, blackmail. That is all they do. They go and continue to blackmail themselves instead of them to focus on things that matters. Instead of them to offer what they feel they can offer to Biafra. That thing you know you can do. You said your brother cannot be able to do it. Your sister is not doing it well. Why don't you focus on your own direction and do what you think you can do? If you feel that you have a template, why don't you go ahead, pursue your template, follow it up, and bring on board what you have? Why are you creating distraction instead of joining your people to fight against the atrocities of the Janjaweed? Instead of you joining your people to fight against the atrocities of the enemy, why are you being a distraction, even when you know that you have nothing to offer? Nobody is going to speak for us. We have tried everything humanly possible to make our case everywhere. You can't believe that every single petition we have written to the United Nations, none of them was attended to. Every petition has submitted to African Union, none of them was attended to. Including this time, Dr. Mazanga is using his own effort and time to make a case for us. Only now that we discover that every single petition that has been written and submitted to the United Nations, they threw it to the dustbin and they sat on it. And today, Dr. Mazanga is calling on them, calling on all human rights to rise up and speak. Yet, none of them is paying attention. The terrorist Nigerian regime did not notify African Union nor the United Nations that part of the country has been taken over by the terrorists. What is happening in Nigeria? Nigeria has refused to open their mouth, at least notify people what is happening. That is how we, you see, when we say that this agenda is the agenda of the government is the terrorist government. There is no responsible government that will see that its territory is being taken over and it will not cry out for help. It doesn't happen anywhere. Look at Mali. Mali, when they saw their territory was taken over, Mali ran to Russia, and Russia was able to come to their aid and train their soldiers, and they were able to recover their territory. Look at Burkina Faso. Traore came on board, and he was able to fight, seek for support to drive away the terrorists. The only place that terrorists are running rampage is in Nigeria, including Niger. You see Niger Republic. Niger that they call ordinary Niger today, Niger, the terrorists cannot even operate in their territory. The only place the terrorists have a free hand, have their camps and training ground and breeding ground is Nigeria. Nigeria. With all the terrorism that is happening, parts of the country, the northern part, I can bet you see, when I speak, I tell you to go and verify because I know there are people that are watching this program that are not Nigerians. There are people from other part of the world that will come across our program. So when you hear us speak, don't think we are just saying these things to tarnish the image of the country. No. Don't think we are saying it out of envy, out of anger. No. Every single thing you hear from us, go and verify. Go and verify. Because the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is suppressing the real thing. That is why I was surprised. BRICS inviting Nigeria to join them. BRICS allowing Nigeria to join them is a bad news. That is the end of that BRICS. Nigeria will contaminate them, and before you know it, everywhere will become smelly, like the same country they have allowed in there. How could BRICS allow Nigeria to join them? How? It is sad that in this world, sometimes I say, where are the men of conscience? Where are the men of conscience? Are people now so wicked that they do not care about human life anymore? It is all about economy, survival of the fittest. As long as the situation suits you, as long as you get what you want, you don't care anymore. The Zoological Republic to join BRICS, that is the worst thing that happened to them. A terrorist government, a country that its territory have been taken over by terrorists, and they do not care. They don't tell anybody. They don't even. What they are busy is going to borrow money, selling their people out, selling the resources in advance, and borrowing money every day and again. But they will never report what is happening in the zoo. The terrorist Nigerian regime did not notify the African Union nor the United Nations that part of the country has been taken over by the terrorists. They didn't. The thousands of lives lost are yet to be reported to the commission nor accounted for. They don't even tell the United Nations the number of people that are dying. They don't even tell them African Union number of people. And you know how the world operates. If you do not bring your statement, your problem out, nobody is going to attend to it. That is how the world operates. If you do not complain, nobody will come to your aid. The world always focus on their interests. It is only when their own interest is affected they are going to come in. But if they lie, if they wipe away everybody in Nigeria without the government complaining officially, nobody is going to pay attention. That is why we, the Biafrans, are doing what we are doing. As in police, nobody is going to come out aid. Just like the advice that was given to Mazen Nandekan when he went to United Nations. A heavyweight in United Nations told Mazen Nandekan, why did you stop? When Mazen Nandekan was trying to tell him how we fought civil war from 1967 to 1970, he asked Mazen Nandekan, why did you stop? That until you show the world that your freedom worth your life, that nobody's going to pay attention to you. This is a fact. And that is why today, every Biafran have tightened up their belt. We don't care. Even if it's only one person that survives at the end of the day, we must be free. We must be free. Wherever you are as a Biafran. This is not the time to be silent. This is no longer the time to be silent. We must continue to speak from every angle, from every corner. Every voice must begin to come up now. This is the time. Speak up. Don't be silent. Speak up. The human rights violation against the Biafran people in Nigeria, it is unimaginable. It is immeasurable. And the Nigerian government is playing it down. Not only the government, including the agents that are Biafran, they are using somebody like Peter Obi. Somebody like Peter Obi, who is their frontline agent that are using to play down the atrocities of the government in Nigeria. And today, the worst thing that is happening is the alliance we are seeing today. Peter Obi sitting in the same place with Peter El-Rufai for alliance. What are they going to have alliance for? Can somebody please explain to me the kind of alliance Peter Obi is going to have with a terrorist? A man that brought the very terrorism you are seeing in Nigeria today. The man that was in the front line to bring them. The man that is in the front line planning the takeover of Nigeria by the Fulanese, his brothers. That is the person Peter Obi is going into alliance with. And some idiots are seeing it as normal. You see that, you're not worried. You see that, you're not disturbed. I am sorry. Something worse is going to happen. I beg and pray that before it happens, that the children of Chukwukabiam will be saved. I pray that before this rain fall, that the children of Chukwukabiam will fall. Is it going to fall? It is definitely going to fall. This rain, it is going to fall very, very heavy. The heavy rain is going to fall. Wherever you are watching me from. This is not the time to sleep. It is a time of war. We need to stay awake at all times. You need to be awake. If you see something, say something. Let everybody, wherever you are, mainly people in Biafra land, form a security group for yourself. And let us all continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa to join us. Because I tell you the truth, the only solution and remedy we are going to have is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa this very month. This very month, we need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa more than ever. Because only that is going to change the situation. The Liberation Army of Biafra are equally waiting for Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they are waiting for. Because I don't know what else to say. I can't understand. I don't know what else to say. Today, the division that we are seeing today have made them not to trust anybody. The division we are seeing today, the speaking in tongue we are hearing from all corners, people saying things in the morning, in the afternoon, they are doing a different thing, have made them not to trust anybody. The only place we can be given our trust now is the presence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Only the presence of my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will make us to regain our feet. We have gone a long way to build an army of volunteers who are ready to put their life on the line. An army of volunteers who are ready to fight for Biafra. How do you think they are going to feel when they hear somebody confessing that he was given $1,000? Somebody who sits on camera the way I'm sitting now and talking. Just because you open your camera, you sit and talk for a few minutes, every month you are given $1,000. And the people who are in the front line taking the bullet, how much is getting them? When they hear those confessions, how do you think they will feel? How do you think they're going to feel? Now you understand why I am praying for the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because I believe only these two people can be able to pacify their mind. Many of them, their spirits have gone cold. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Initially, I used to blame them. Initially, I used to shout and talk. But now, seeing the drama that is unfolding, if you were in their shoes, if you were in the shoes of the Liberation Army, and you hear these things that are going on social media today, that somebody is sitting down in Europe and collecting $1,000 per month, and some of them receiving more than that amount. Meanwhile, you are in the bushes, facing the bullet in the front line. Common to buy equipment for you to walk is not there. Food to eat is not there. You drink Gary in the bushes. And somebody is using the job you are doing to get fund, and they share it among themselves. If you hear that confession, how will you feel? I ask you. How will your morale be? Will you still have the morale to go to the forefront? Initially, I used to blame them. And some of us say, oh, because you're not Biafran enough. If you have, I tell you, we are human beings. No matter how Biafran you are, there are certain things you see, you will shake. No matter how Biafran you are. Initially, I used to blame them, but I don't blame them anymore. The Liberation Army, when they hear this confession that is happening today, you think they're going to feel good? You think they're going to feel all right? You think they're going to be the same? They will never be the same. They will never be the same. It doesn't matter how committed they are. They are human beings. Even our Supreme Amazon Nandikan, at a particular point in time, he said, if not for the grace of Chukwu Okikabiyama, he would have left you people. Mazen Nandikan said it. If not the grace of Chukwu Okikabiyama, he will not even broadcast, he won't talk to anybody again. He will just go in and stop talking. That is a human being speaking. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how strong you are, at a point in time, that spirit of human will capture you and you will feel it. Even Christ, for those of us who are Christian, at a point in time, Christ on the cross, he cried and said, Father, if it will be possible, take away this cup from me. Even though he knows if that cup is taken away from him, his reason for coming onto the earth has been defeated. But yet he prayed that prayer. When the flesh came upon him, he prayed that prayer. If he can make such prayer, how much more another human being like you, like me? Those people who are in the front line fighting for you and I, they are human. They ask yourself, how are they going to feel when they hear somebody confessing that he is collecting $1,000 per month? How do you want them to feel? So after collecting that money, you will come back now, you call them, oh, Liberation Army, our Liberation Army, go and fight. Our Liberation Army, the Janjaweed are coming. You must go and fight them. The Janjaweed are coming. Protect our land. Nonsense. Nonsense. This is one of the damages that this nonsense they are doing is causing. This confession, in as much they are confessing, it is good they are confessing, but I tell you, I'm not happy about it. The confession is also causing damages. These people have caused a lot of damage. They have made us a laughing stock. If not for the grace of Chukwu Okikabiyama, so many of us would have just closed our computer and go in. Because everything they have done it all. Every single thing that he was used to cause us, they have done it all. Everything. Right from time, everybody said that we are broadcasting because of money. They say the Biafra struggle is about money, collect money from people. Today, some people have proved them right. Some individuals have proved them right. With the confessions you are seeing today, it is about money. Money. You see one group opening their own account, doing their own fundraising, opening their account. What is the essence of the fundraising? Why? Why are you raising those funds? Can you tell me? What is the essence of raising funds?